Today I'm reviewing a 2003 Toyota Sequoia, which is a full-size SUV based off of the Tundra pickup. This first generation model was introduced for the 2001 model year and ran through 2007, and then for 2008 we see an all-new second generation. The first generation Sequoia was available in two different trim package offerings. This is the base SR5, and then it was also offered in a more upscale limited trim package. In terms of styling, the Sequoia bears quite a bit of resemblance with that Tundra pickup, and you'll also notice some similarities with the third generation model, the 4Runner, which was on the market at the time of its release. Starting up here at the front fascia, it's nearly identical to the Tundra pickup. It's got a very simple design to it. Our grille here has got the two horizontal bars, and then we've got the V8 lettering designating that it's got the 4.7 liter V8 under the hood. That is the standard engine on the Sequoia, and it's the same engine that you get on that Tundra pickup. Headlight design is likewise very simple, and then we've got fog lights down below in the bumper. Coming around to the side profile of the Sequoia, it's got a very simple look to it, slightly sporty. One thing that's definitely very characteristic of this first generation Sequoia is the available two-tone color configuration. So you'll notice that the body is one color, and then the running boards, the fender flares, and the front and rear bumper are a second color. This specific Sequoia has a set of the third generation Tacoma wheels with a set of Goodyear Wrangler Duratrac tires and a 265/70 R17 tire size. So it's an all-terrain tire and definitely gives it a more aggressive look. And then this Sequoia also has a slight lift kit on it. So this stance is definitely a little bit more aggressive than what you're going to see stock on the Sequoia. But that's one thing that I even really like about a stock Sequoia is that it's got a really good stance stock from the factory. 10.6 inches of ground clearance, which is very good for a full-size SUV. And then this model has also got the locking center differential. So it's actually fairly capable in terms of off-road ability. One thing that's kind of a weakness on the Sequoia, and a little bit odd actually, is you'll see that we've got the chrome showing through here. So if we come around to the side here, you can see it's actually chrome with the black covering on top, and then it's peeling off and you've got the chrome showing. It's actually a very common defect on these first generation Sequoias. I'm not really sure why you would have gone chrome with black on top of that, but you'll see a lot of these older models have that same look where that's wearing off, so it's a little bit tacky. Otherwise, you know, nice clean look here, not a lot of tacked on plastic. We've got the single piece here on the doors, so it's got a fairly clean look in that sense. The mirror's got the two-tone color configuration with the body color, so it's definitely classy. And then we've got the SR5 badge here designating this as the SR5 model. You also see up top we've got integrated side rails and crossbars, and then this model is also equipped with the sunroof. And then coming around to the rear of the vehicle, you'll see these taillights kind of wrap around the side. Got these three bulges that are, you know, kind of bulging out there. And then we've got the reverse light and our blinker here as well. Got the Toyota Sequoia lettering and chrome, as well as the iForce V8. And this model is equipped with the four-wheel drive system. Got our tow package down below. And this is an aftermarket exhaust. Got a slightly more aggressive sound. Another really cool feature on these Sequoias is that this rear window reclines down into the hatch. So it's a pretty cool feature. You're not going to find that in any other full-size SUV. All around a really great looking SUV. You know, I can't say that I was particularly fond of the look of this first generation Sequoia when it came out, but it's definitely stood the test of time very well. I think the simplicity of the design has helped it to age extremely well. Looking inside the Sequoia, you'll see that it's got a pretty functional layout. Not the most attractive design, but it does have good fit and finish. Nice level of standard options and features. We've got power windows, power door locks, storage space on the door. Lever by the driver's seat here to release the door for the fuel tank. Full power driver's seat with lumbar support. To the left of the steering column, got a control here for the rear window, power inverter, dimmer switch for the instrument cluster. Can adjust the steering column over here. And then on the right hand side, got our cruise control, gear shifter with overdrive. Instrument cluster's got a nice simple layout. Center dash, we've got a couple of vents in our audio system with AM/FM radio, CD player, and cassette. We've also got JBL speakers in the vehicle, so pretty good sound quality. Climate control below that with heat and air conditioning. It's a 2-zone system for the front and rear of the vehicle. Got electronically controlled 4-wheel drive here, which interfaces with this shifter, allows us to adjust between low and high range. And we've got the center locking differential, a clock, cigarette lighter, ashtray, and 2 cup holders. A little storage space down below. Power mirrors for driver and passenger side. 2 more cup holders. Driver and front passenger also have armrests. And then we've got the center console here with 2 compartments. Upper compartment has a little bit of storage space. Writing pad here with this little clip. And then a lower section with some storage space, coin storage, and a DVD player which interfaces with the rear entertainment system. Got a self-dimming rear view mirror. Little LCD screen with trip information, fuel economy, and compass. You can also program 3 garage door openers or gates. Controls here for the tilt and sliding sunroof, which is quite large. A couple reading lights, and a compartment for sunglasses. Looking into the center row of the Sequoia, you'll see that it's quite spacious. Plenty of leg, head, and shoulder room. Center seat back here drops down into an armrest. And we've also got a flip down screen in the ceiling, interfaces with that DVD player in the center console up front. Also got a couple reading lights and vents in the ceiling. Center console between the front 2 seats has climate control, headphone jacks, and we've got a couple cup holders. Also got storage space integrated into both doors. And then to access the 3rd row, got this lever here which does recline the seat back. It's also used to fold this seat up, giving us access to the 3rd row. Got a little storage compartment in the floorboard. And you'll see the back there. It's pretty decent in terms of space as well. Got storage compartments and 2 cup holders on each side. And then this seat drops back down. We pull this lever again to put that seat back into place. Even with the 3rd row seats in use, you'll see that cargo space is pretty decent back here. We've got one little storage compartment over here on this side, and we've got some hooks on both sides. And then these seats also fold down the seat backs, and we can pull on this lever here to flip those up in a 50-50 split. And you'll see that with those seats up, further increases that rear cargo area. The Sequoia is offered with a single engine option. It's a 4.7 liter V8 with 240 horsepower and 315 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired to a 4-speed automatic transmission. You can get the Sequoia in either rear-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. The 0 to 60 time is 9.1 seconds. Max tow capacity is 6,200 pounds, and it's got an EPA rating of 12 miles per gallon in the city and 16 miles per gallon on the highway. I definitely prefer the 2nd generation Sequoia to this 1st generation model in terms of the interior and exterior designs, the quality of materials, the fit and finish, the luxury and tech features, the amount of power. But the one thing that really is nicer about this 1st generation model is the drivability. It's got much better visibility, and it just feels a lot smaller than the bulkier 2nd generation Sequoia. Given that the Sequoia is a full-size SUV and it's based off of that Tundra pickup, it definitely feels like a truck in terms of ride quality. It's definitely a little on the stiffer side, and there's some other full-size SUVs out there that I do feel are a little bit smoother, namely the Chevy Tahoe and the GMC Yukon. But beyond that, you know, it is a little bit stiffer. Otherwise, it's a fairly easy vehicle to drive. Again, visibility is pretty good, not a lot of blind spots, and the mirrors are quite large as well. In terms of power output, the 4.7 liter V8 that you get in the Sequoia is adequately matched to the vehicle, but it's not really offering a surplus of power. They actually put the same engine in the 4th generation model of the 4Runner and in the Lexus GX470, which are both smaller, lighter weight vehicles. In those vehicles, it feels quite a bit more powerful. In this, it feels a little bit sluggish when it comes to accelerating or towing. I don't feel like this 1st generation model of the Sequoia is really a class leader within any sense when it comes to ride quality, handling, or performance. Like I said, the Tahoe and the Yukon are much nicer rides, a Likewise, this is kind of at the rear of the class when it comes to towing and accelerating, but the one area where the Sequoia may have the edge is when it comes to long-term reliability and durability. Of course, Toyota has a great reputation within that sense, and so if you're willing to overlook some of the other compromises, it may still be a worthwhile option. So there you go, that's a look at the first generation model of the Toyota Sequoia. Very nice SUV all around. Styling wise, it's really stood the test of time very well. For an SUV that was released almost 20 years ago, it continues to look very good. Likewise, inside, it's very spacious. It's got a good level of standard options and features. The 4.7 liter V8 is decently powerful, and of course, the Sequoia's got a great reputation for long-term reliability and durability. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. For more car reviews, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.